Hi guys, it's reaction time. We've got All Sinners and To Hell with the Devil. You might be a little bit familiar with that title. That song is a Stryper song, of course. It's funny because I did some reactions and all sorts to this band last year. The album We Own the Night was one of my top albums of the year, and I think it was on my first reaction. I said they've got a little bit of Stryper in them, you know, in their music. And someone put below the video, yeah, they do To Hell with the Devil in their live set sometimes. And all of a sudden, they've recorded it as well. And that is one of my favourite Stryper songs. It's one of my favourite songs of the 80s. And they've actually released it as a single, which is very cool. And got a video and everything. So really excited to hear this. Anyone who watches the channel knows I don't really cover that many cover versions. I don't really do them that much. But in recent years, I've come to enjoy them more. And I'm excited because this band is brilliant, one of the best new bands on the scene, and obviously To Hell with the Devil, I can't miss it. I've got to do it. I've got to cover it. Stryper are a big deal to me as well, so can't wait to hear this. This is All Sinners and To Hell with the Devil. Here we go. Man, it's a brilliant cover. It is following, you know, some bands can do a song, can't they, and just make it their own, and it can be completely different. Would you want this song any other way? I expected this band, because they're quite heavy anyway, to follow the route of the actual song, and that's exactly what they've done. But what a great job, man. What a great job. And it's not easy. Stryper, you know, vocally, guitar-wise, complex band, you know, and technically brilliant. Love Stryper. So, you know, it wasn't an easy. Obviously they can do this live as well. They do this live as well, and the guy's great at screaming as well, the lead singer of this band as well. So they are capable. You know, if you think they're not capable, it's not true. They are very capable. Love it. Just love it, man. Obviously this it's quite easy when you're doing a reaction to a song that's literally ingrained in your brain since 1986, which this song has been. You know, one of the most played songs in my life. I can't think of how many times I've played this song. So it is one that's just there constantly. Every note, every little nuance is constantly, it's just there. You know, it's just like songs were for those decades, classic songs are. Love it, absolutely love it. Love the video as well, because it's very 80s video as well, you know, where you, apart from, you know, the music keeps cutting out to things that are happening in the video. We know the song inside out. As I can imagine, if you don't know this song at all, which would surprise me, that might annoy you a little bit. It doesn't. It adds to the video for me. It's very 80s. It's almost like a, you know, videos we used to get with Twisted Sister and stuff like that, that the action of the video would cut in. So I love the video as well. I was expecting when he got woken up, he looks a bit of a metalhead anyway, so he's going to become a metalhead, and in this part there was like the noise from next door that did his head in, and now he's going to go next door and surely be a lover of the band and this excellent party. It looks like a very fun party, doesn't it? But man, absolutely love this. It's got all the energy as well. They've really, you know, you don't realise how good this song is, actually the original as well, do you, until you know, you hear a band like this doing it and you think, you know, that is 86, nearly 40 years ago. And you forget how good it is until a band comes and does it. And you think, yeah, man, how good is that song? Yeah, everything about it. It's like the perfect song, isn't it? I think there was only one thing that my mate Mark said, Mark Clower, he said he wished we went back to a verse at the end before we went in just to the choruses. We haven't got to that bit yet, but I sort of understand him. It's such a good song, you almost want it to go another round of verses. I get that, but it is pretty much a perfect song, isn't it? Here we go for the rest, guys. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Obviously took out some of those repeated choruses at the end there. In my opinion, that's the only difference we saw in that song. Brilliant scream at the end there. I mean, like, Michael Sweet is just an amazing singer, so this guy, heard him on the record. If you haven't heard the record, get that now. We Own the Night is an absolutely amazing album where he does screams like that across the album. But yeah, they shortened the choruses. I suppose, you know, that is one thing you could say about the 80s, couldn't you? That sometimes choruses they don't do it so much now in any songs. The choruses don't repeat. But that could be one of my bugbears of the 80s, although I never noticed it on this song. It's so good. But bands would sometimes repeat a chorus a bit too much. So they decided to shorten that, which is very cool. But man, what a great song. What a great song. What a great performance of that song. Amazing. They're an amazing band as well. Make sure, like you said, you get the album We Own the Night. It is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Guys, what do you think of that cover? I know it's always hard to live up to the original. Of course it is. But they did a great job on that, didn't they? Let me know in the comments below what you think. I'll see you soon.